Hello and welcome to Roll for Crit. Today we are previewing a brand new game on Kickstarter. It is called Pixel Demon's Realm. One of the designers and the artists for all of the cards is Pixel Demon himself, a very mysterious, sinister perhaps character. It's a simple game that uses a set of cards not too dissimilar from traditional playing cards, in which players are competing to bind demons and complete rituals and secret pacts before the other players.
But at the start of the game, you can either play the basic version where you use the Acolyte goal and it's pretty much the first to bind 3 demons, or you can deal a secret goal out to each player, which will say something like this, involving either binding certain demons and then doing something else afterwards, maybe demons with certain requirements. And the first one to complete their secret goal will win. You'll pretty much play the game from drawing your hand up to 6 cards and then playing cards in different manners. Most cards come in basic format here, with the 4 suits being Dagger, Virgin, Candle, and Skull. You know, your basic components to any good old-fashioned ritual.
That's what you need. It's good for what ails you.
They will have that suit number, the suit, and a number, like a deck of cards. As you can see with this demon here, he requires a Dagger, a 3, a 4, and a 5. On your turn, you can try to bind that demon by playing those cards, such as the either 4 cards, 1 for each thing, or if you have one that fulfills both, in this case, a Dagger and a 3 or Dagger 4, whatever, you can just play 3 or less cards if you can be really lucky depending on what the demon needs.
Besides the regular cards, which just have a rank and a suit, there are some special face cards that you can play on your turn. There's the Ace. This one is nice because you can declare it to be any rank that you want. Keeps its suit, but any rank, so it's kind of a wild card. Good for rituals. There's the Mimic. That one just lets you look at your opponent's hand, any one that you choose, and steal a card right from it. Very, very nice to have. Then there's the Seeker and the Keeper. They are kind of similar to the Mimic. They let you steal cards from your opponent's hands, but it's not anyone that you want. In the case of the Seeker, you have to name a suit, and for the Keeper, you name either odd or even, and you get to take whichever suit or odd or even number that you named from the player's hand if they have one. If they don't, you get to draw from the deck, so you're safe in that regard. And then there's the Eater. Eaters are very scary. You play those on a demon, and from now on, if a player is going to try to bind that demon, they first have to feed this Eater by giving it a card of the same suit, and then they would discard it. And it's possible for there to be multiple Eaters on a demon, so you can't do anything with them until those are gone. They're pretty dangerous. There are these Vessel cards as well. If you play 3 cards of the same suit or rank, you get one, and they are a wild card for rituals for both rank and suit, so they're like a better ace.
But be careful.
Dangerous.
If your opponent can play the same rank as you stated, so let's say you're trying to summon this demon, and I'm like, oh, I'll name a 3 of Dagger, so that counts for both. If Jonathan had a 3 in his hand, he can play that to cancel out the Vessel.
Yeah, and then that just ends that player's turn.
Mm-hmm. As you gather demons, you'll actually take them and then flip them over to their other side. They will tell them name, a little backstory, and an ability. Sometimes these abilities will actually be harmful, and if they don't help your personal goal, there's no reason to have them around, so you can release them. What you do is you simply put it underneath the deck, and then you will get 3 cards. So there is still a good reason to go for a demon that doesn't help your goal, even if it could have a bad effect. You have a personal demon in front of you too that only you can bind, so there's pretty much usually 2 options for you to possibly bind on your turn.
Right, so you're trying to complete your secret pacts. It's for the most part, it's a fairly straightforward, feels kind of like in the style, the tradition of a standard playing card game, but the things I think like those demon abilities, the curses, that there may be some that will help you, maybe you get to draw cards, maybe you make an opponent draw cards, different weird effects, and those will definitely change the game up a lot. And trying to, collect what you need and knowing when is the right time to hold on to things, or when you want to really look for these types of cards to take from your opponents. You do get to always draw back up to full hand size at the beginning of your turn. So one of the nice things is that even though you're stealing from people, there's a little bit of a take that, when stopping players from binding as well. It doesn't feel too punishing, I don't think, because you get a new hand still. So maybe your new hand isn't as good, but it's not like you'll usually just flat out lose a turn.
Well, the way I saw it is the Seeker and Keeper are used maybe more to just fulfill your own hand because your opponent will fill up anyways their other hand, or if you have the vessel card, use it more to, if you're planning to use it, let's say I really wanted to use it for let's take out a new guy, for a 7 skull, I can make sure that you don't have a 7 or 6 in hand.
That is
so
true.
So you can't cancel out the vessel. So it's more of, I think, while it feels at first when you say take from hand, you're like, oh, it's an aggressive, take that. It feels more protection, I think, if you once you play it.
And definitely, your pacts are secret, but if you're starting to feel like, oh, maybe I can see what types of demons they're going for, maybe I'll try to make sure they can't get that one in particular, little things like that. I mean, and you can see the artwork on these cards I think it's incredible. I mean, it's really cool. Some of it is...
Oh, I mean, just look at that guy.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a little on the adult side. There's some creepy stuff. There's some more sexualized imagery in there. Nothing like, I don't think really R-rated, maybe PG-13, but it is. Some of them are a little bit over the top.
NC-17, I think.
Wait, what? No, PG-13. I don't think it's NC-17.
That's what I thought you were saying.
No, yeah, I'm saying I think this is PG-13.
Oh, my mistake. I thought it's not PG. I'm like, no, I think we've fallen in that realm.
Yeah.
There is one other thing we didn't really mention. A stack of cards over there if you'd like to show them.
Yeah. You can add these to your game. They're optional. At the beginning, players will get them randomly, and they're basically little conditions that you have to do that are goofy outside the game things.
They're the more like sing a song or compliments. It's
like you cannot say another player's real name if you have this card. And it's up to you as players to house rule what the punishments actually are for that. That's not included in the rule book, at least the one that we had. There's also a solo mode for this. There are separate solo rules, pretty similar to the main game. And also these function as just regular playing cards. So if you want to, at the end of the day,
suits.
Yeah, you can just take them and you can just play whatever you want, like a regular game, but with this cool artwork. So I think that if you like those kind of more traditional style games, it's pretty straightforward to learn, and you also are into this weird dark
occult
theme, the occult and dark rituals and demons, then you might want to check out Realm from Pixel Demon. It's on Kickstarter right now at the time of this recording. So go ahead and take a look and let us know what you think if you care to look at it in the comments down below. We'd like to hear from you. Until next time, I'm Jonathan.
I'm Will.
This has been Roll for Crit, a Kickstarter preview.
We would love it if you liked and subscribed to this channel and supported us on Patreon as well.
For legal reasons, we've got to disclose we're on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter with more awesome content.